Welcome back to the Sunday Footy Show. St Kilda fans rejoice because you are once again serious contenders for the finals this year. And of course, in many ways, their destiny is in their own hands, isn't it?
It is, TJ. They were outstanding, as we touched on in the first segment. We look at the board. They were the better side from the first minute right to the last. Higgins kicked 4 after kicking 1 goal 5 against the Swans the last time they met. Dean Kent kicked 3. King was good early on Rampy. Jack Steele, what a player he is. Push forward more. Parker, the best player for the Sydney Swans yesterday. And our guest is one of the great stories of the last couple of years is the form of Callum Wilkie, who joins us this morning. Cal, thanks for joining us. And you had the massive job on Buddy Franklin and you blanketed him beautifully yesterday. So firstly, when you get told you're playing on Franklin, how do you feel about that?
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys. Yeah, obviously a bit nerve-wracking coming up against, I guess, one of the best players to ever play the game. I guess after Dougal went down last week, I sort of knew maybe the task was coming and was just hoping he wouldn't kick a bag against Essendon, so then it'd be closer to the 1,000 goals.
Cal, we'll take a look at some of the highlights from yesterday, but the pressure that you guys put on Sydney was outstanding. You went in with a plan, you stopped a lot of their uncontested marks, and it was off the back of a really embarrassing Friday night against Carlton the week before. So talk us through the week you had in the build-up to this game.
Yeah, obviously a very disappointing week last week against Carlton. A week's a long time in footy when you lose, so I guess we had a lot of time to sort of, look over the game and review it strongly. And yeah, it was nice to come out and bounce back. It's sort of been a disappointing year in the fact that we can't, maintain that level of consistency, but we're just going to keep building.
In your defensive end, yourself, Tom Highmore, been fantastic this year. You've been undersized most of the year, but especially Highmore, third man in, he reads the ball beautifully. You've got a real nice tandem going down there.
Yeah, he does, and that's his good strength, being able to read the ball and mark. I just tell him to go play on instinct, go for everything, because more often than not, he's going to be in the right because he sees the game so well. So, he's been massive for us.
So for young defenders sitting at home, how did you plan to play Franklin yesterday? So what was your method going in and say, OK, this is how I have to play Buddy? Because he didn't seem to get a good run at it. He looked really frustrated for most of the game last night.
Yeah, well, it's hard to, have one clear plan against him. He's such a good player and can beat you in so many ways. And, he loves to sort of come at the ball. So that's his big strength, try and just take that away. Huge credit to the mids. Like you said, we put a lot of pressure on. It's an easy job as a defender when the mids are putting pressure on and causing, live balls and high balls coming into the D50. It's easier to defend.
Without looking at St Kilda's stats, I know what I'm going to get from Jack Steele every week. 34 disposals again last night. He was brilliant. He kicked a goal. Is the battle for your side at the moment to try and get everybody at a close to consistency level as what this man puts out?
Yeah, it is. He does it week in, week out. We just expect that of him. And he produces all the time. So, yeah, like I said before, it's about getting consistency of everyone. When we're at our best, we've shown it this year that we can match it with pretty much everyone. So it's just about bringing that consistency. That's what's been so disappointing about this year. It's sort of 1 week on, 1 week off for us.
Yeah, Cal, I guess one of the good news stories last night was Jack Higgins. He kicked 1 goal 6 against Sydney in round 12. He's absolutely flipped it and was so influential, one of the best players on the ground. So 4 goals, 1. Gee, it makes it easier when you kick straight. But how tough was it for him earlier on in the year after that game? I know the club was upset with a few headlines that were floating around. How did he cope with it?
Yeah, I think he coped with it pretty well, to be honest. 1 goal, 6, get 7 shots on goal. It's pretty good going. He just couldn't convert for that day, but, he's a pretty sort of level-headed guy. He'll just keep running, keep presenting opportunities. And it came from him last night.
Hope Higo doesn't get upset with today's headline, never missy, after last night's.
Yeah. Well, I think it was more Simon Lethlean, wasn't it, who was upset?
Yeah, which was kind of strange. Hey, Cal, interesting and whirlwind 3 or 4 years, mate. Of course, you played in a grand final premiership in 2018 at North Adelaide, and now you're playing in the AFL and played 61 games in a row.
Yeah, it has been. Sort of try not to look back on it too much, and try and look back on it, look forward. But yeah, I guess life's changed a lot in the last 3 or 4 years. I mean, I probably didn't think it was going to happen, but yeah, I'm just thrilled to be, I guess, playing AFL each week.
And we got some highlights of you here playing on Buddy. You asked for those before the show, and of course, Buddy on fire. You're too strong for him, mate.
No, I doubt that.
Look at him, Callum Murray, very good he was last night.
Just on that, Cal, you had Harry Mackay for periods, and his size got the better of you on the Friday night. So, is he a much different proposition to playing on someone like Franklin?
Yeah, I probably just didn't play, I guess, aggressive enough in terms of my positioning against Mackay, and I sort of reviewed that during the week, and had to, I guess, be aggressive against Buddy because he does love coming at the ball, and that's the way Sydney plays. So, it was probably getting out of my comfort zone a little bit in terms of the way I like to defend. So, yeah.
Cal, well, you're in the votes after your performance last night.
Nice.
Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So Steele gets a 9. I loved seeing him go forward. There's a bit of Dusty Martin about him last night with his ability to be mid going forward. Marshall dominated the ruck. Higgins for his 4 goals and Cal for his job on Franklin. Well done.
How much of an inspiration is Rowan Marshall to the team? Because we were talking here a little earlier, Cal, about, I think your quote was, when he plays well, St Kilda plays well, he's very much the barometer. Is that the way it's seen at Moorabbin?
Yeah, I mean, he's so important. He's, an awesome ruckman. He's a very good forward. He's like another midfielder the way he runs. He's such a good mark. He's a bit of a barometer, but you try not to, I guess, rely on one person too much. But and he's a bit of a character as well. So he gets the energy up. I mean, everyone has a laugh on last time. He was on the Sunday Footy Show, so...
Nearly put us off air.
Hey, good on you, Callum. You got Lou's prize read here, the great Lou Richards, of course, named after. What a great man he was. And there it is, the Callaway golf balls, mate. The soft golf balls there in the Odyssey Tour towel. Travis Matthew, 4 caps there for you, mate. Might be able to put him in that room. Need something in that room. The Aquila shoes and clothing, magnificent. The boots there or the runners, whatever you want. Aquila have been great on the Sunday Footy Show. The bar fridge from Bar Fridges Australia. They're the best in the land.
Very good.
Nice and cool. How's yours going, Tone? All right?
Good, yeah, very nice.
Rick's Eyewear, use the code word chompers and you get 20% off there. Callum, if you don't mind, rickseyewear.com.au. Platform 28, not open yet, but when it opens, look out. That is magnificent there. A dinner for 2, the best restaurant in the Docklands, and AMFX, a custom fire pit for you, mate. And well done, you're going well. Big game next week.
Yeah, it is. It'll be good to get down to Geelong and hopefully get a win. We haven't had a win there. I wouldn't know the last time, but they're obviously a very good side and it'll be a good test.
And of course, no crowds, which means your mum's going to have to sit at home again with the St Kilda paraphernalia on, and there she is there. So she sort of gives you plenty of encouragement from home. Yeah,
she does. She's probably my number 1 supporter. She's been awesome, I guess, throughout my football career, and I couldn't do it without her.
Oh, terrific stuff. Good on you, Kel. Nice to catch up with you. And if you make it to September, well, then all the very best, and I'm sure we'll catch up with you. If there's a choice between you and Rowan Marshall, we'll have to take you. All right.
Thank you, guys.
See you, mate.